Hello, my name is Lee H. Tillman.
I'm Andrea,
and welcome to Anxiety Twins. We did. We've done a lot of stuff in the past couple of days. Like we watched a lot of movies. We've had a lot of comedy shows, and we went to a couple of restaurants, or at least one fancy restaurant. So there's a lot. Those are all the things that we normally cover.
Yeah,
in our podcast. So we can start. I guess the last thing that we did was comedy. So
the last thing that we did was pick up a desk.
The last thing we did, we literally just went to go pick up a desk for our daughter.
Yeah,
good times.
That'll be great.
We went. You said it was Northwest Portland. It was not. It was
not.
It was much further.
It was
much further.
Fancy town near Beaverton is what I'm going to call it.
Yeah, because I forget its name. When you look on the map and it says like takes 20 minutes to get there, like. Anything within Portland, 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
I always leave 30. I feel like it always takes me 30 minutes. Do I drive too slow?
Well, I mean, I guess it like if it's like heavy traffic or whatever, like if it's the middle of the day. But like if it takes you more than 15 minutes to get there, you're probably not in Portland.
No longer
anymore.
Portland. You're not in Portland anymore.
But anyway, I think so. Last night you had a bunch of shows. I had one show.
I had 4 shows.
You had 4 shows.
I coveted Portland's funniest.
I think we should talk about your shows first because. We don't want to start on a negative.
Okay. On my last show, we were talking about how it takes forever to get to Northwest Portland with the other comics. Mm-hmm. We were all talking about like...
That is our dishwasher's going off right now.
It stops eventually.
All right.
There it is. We were talking about how it takes forever to get from Southeast Portland to Northwest Portland with some of the comics. And I was like, guys, I fear we've gotten too old. Like, this is our conversations now. We're just like...
Traffic.
Traffic. Am I right?
Am I right?
In the rain? No, thank you. We were just like, I'm not going anywhere past 102nd or whatever. Just old people.
Yeah, we'll go to Vancouver for a show.
So I did 4 shows last night. Mm-hmm. First one was Not That Late Show, which always fits before another show because it's not that late. It started at 7. Although they did start a little bit later than the start time. But I usually do my foreign press correspondent bit that they kind of work into the monologue. So it's like pretty early on the show, no matter what. And I talked about the Olympics. I talked about that on the podcast last week that I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
How sexy figure skating is and how I feel like that's what qualifies it to not be a sport. So I did that. That was good. And then I was going to stay and do another set because the comic that was booked to do the actual comic set, not the foreign press correspondent set, had to leave. So I was going to try to stay and do a set there, but I had 2 other shows scheduled, and the improv people that were doing a thing at the Not That Late Show were taking longer than expected, I believe.
As improv people tend to do.
Improv people, am I right?
Like, stand-up comics are very much about time. Like, you want me to do 5 minutes? I'm doing 5 minutes. Right. 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. Like, improv is, you can go on as long as you want.
They got way into their own make-believe story that they created, and the crowd was liking it, and they didn't get light because you usually don't get a light at Not That Late Show. You just kind of know how long you're doing.
Yeah.
So if they didn't get kicked off, I don't know how long they stayed on stage. I had to go. I was like, sorry, I can't cover for the other person, but I have 2 other shows to get to, which was already pretty tight. So from there, I ran to Don't Tell. Okay. I did a Don't Tell. There was like 5 minutes drive from there.
That's the one that's by the Moda Center? Or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this restaurant that I guess after Blazers game, you can go and hang out at this restaurant because
the whole place is very basketball forward. They have but it was upstairs in a separate room. Upstairs, it was actually really nice. Like when I walked in, I was like, oh no, am I going to be next to all these TVs and like next to a bar?
Also there is a food cart outside.
Yeah.
So
you can hear that too.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on. But when you go upstairs to the actual room, it's decent.
Yeah, I got worried for a minute. And also because the guys that run Don't Tell love basketball. So I know that they would put up with anything to be at the venue where they have basketball playing at all times. But no, they picked out a good place. So I did 10 minutes there. I think I probably did 12 actually. I jumbled up my set a little bit because I was just rushing there. And also I came from not doing my regular set. I came from like doing this improv thing. Not improv, but on my set. And I got really lucky. All four shows, I just kept finding a parking spot like right at the door. So from there, I got there at the last 5 minutes of Will Ness's set. He got off. They put me right on because I told him I have another show to go to. I finished my set and just like ran down the stairs into the car and like on to the next one. And I was like texting Julia, who runs the
House Party. Right?
House Party show.
House Party show.
Just letting her know, like, I'm just leaving this like 10-minute drive. And then she was like, tell me when you're parking. And I got a spot like right at the door. And then same thing. I get there and I'm like, it's a coffee shop. I should really research the venues that I'm going to before I show up.
Then you go downstairs. There's a basement under it. And it's nice.
It's a really nice room. I almost passed it because I was like, surely it's not the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And then I walked around the corner and I could hear the show. And I was like, where is it coming from? So I went inside and I was like, is there like a comedy show in here? And they showed me like a secret door down the sketchy ass stairs. I'm like wearing high heels, like this is like my third set. And they did Julia and the other comics figured it out so that like they stretched a little bit so that I could make it. And when I got there, like same thing. Ronnie Macaroni was like on her last 4 minutes. I got a chance to get some water and catch my breath. And then I did 15. It's not a very long set, but it was perfect. It was a really good show. That one, I told Julia, like, this was the best show of the night.
It's a fun show. Like I did one of, I don't know if it was the first or the second show, but like one of the like earlier shows, and it's fun.
And I don't think they have regulars as far as I can tell. It's some rooms just works. Like no matter who shows up, it just feels right. And then
because it's kind of like it's a small room, there's no distractions really, because there's like if you want to go to the bar you have to go upstairs, so it's like I've always loved a black box theater. I always feel like that, like I wish there was more in Portland. I think there may be one or two, but I always love it because there's no distraction. This is just you and the crowd, and that's it. And it's small and intimate.
One spotlight.
Yeah, it's always my favorite type of place to do comedy, and that place is like that. So,
and famously, basements just do well for comedy.
Yeah, anytime you're going downstairs, people like it.
I don't know what it is, but it just works. It's like Prohibition times. So that went really well, and then at that point, I'm like, I can relax now. I did my 3 shows then. I was supposed to do. I made it to all of them, which for a minute there was looking like I wasn't going to make it. And then my friend Julia, who also put on the show, was going to go to Al's Den. And I was like, I'm already out. I could take you because she doesn't drive. I was like, I can go with you and just like watch a show from beginning to end and just like not rush. That would be nice. So then I ended up doing a guest spot at Al's Den. And that was my 4th set of the night.
And like, how'd the guest spot go?
It went well. I opened for everybody, which I hadn't done all night. I was like cold room, but it was almost because it was not cold for me. Like it was my 4th set. I wasn't really like that worried about it, but the crowd was a little bit like they warmed up from there. But yeah, also just 5 minutes is always hard. Like I want to do too many things. So I just ended up doing topical. Like I have this new joke about ice and that thing that Trump said about aspirin. And so I just didn't get into any like of my personal things because I just feel like that takes longer. So yeah, it was good.
So all in all, great night. 4 shows.
It's a great night. I got another McMiniman's gift card.
Got more McMiniman's gift card for a guest spot. That's pretty dope.
I love McMiniman's gift cards. Look at this one has a horse that is also a bunny and is a witch is writing on it. Look at that.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Totally worth it. I'm gonna go to the Kennedy Hotel and.
How many cards do you have? Have you used all of them?
I don't know. It was the same thing as you. After we moved, we just shoved a bunch of stuff in boxes and we like don't know where they are.
Yeah. So the show at Al's Den, you do the show, and I don't know if I've ever got one for a guest spot, but you get paid like $15. I think it used to be $15. Now it's $10 on a McMiniman's gift card, which is the restaurant that holds Al's Den. and you generally get paid a little more than that, but it's not a whole lot. You'll get like an equivalent of like $30 between the gift card and what you get paid. Maybe.
And McMiniman's shows are 2 nights.
Yeah, you usually get 2 nights.
So you'll get paid for both nights and then gift cards. Probably just because some places do drink tickets, but McMiniman's doesn't do that. So they just give you a gift card and you get your own drink or whatever. But I usually save them and go to the swimming pool at the Kennedy School.
Yeah, I would never eat at at a McMiniman's.
You also would never soak with a bunch of white people.
Yeah.
You've called white people soup. Famously.
Yeah, famously. So it's decent food, but it's a lot better when it's free.
Not sponsored, if you couldn't tell.
It's a lot better when it's free.
It's just like
food is great when it's
potato toasts are fine. Brought to you by OK Tater. They are okay.
So I did a McMiniman's in McMinnville, Oregon.
Yeah, you left me to go to McMinnville and a different McMiniman's.
Different McMiniman's. Did not get a gift card, but I did get free food and free beer. My night was kind of the opposite of yours. I did
just that one show.
I did one show. It was the Showcase Showdown. It is a show where I'm going to try to talk about this as little as possible. So I'm going to try to just run through.
And we've talked about Showcase Showdown before because I did it a couple months ago.
Yeah. It's a show where he has 4 comics come in and they compete, and whoever wins moves on to the next round, and they compete against whoever won the other shows. So I guess I'll talk about the crowd first. So I go on stage and I have this sweater that has a goose on it holding a knife, and under it says murder, which is from a computer game, but it's a murder goose basically.
I never knew that was a game.
It's from a computer game, and for the first 30 seconds, everyone's just murmuring murder. For the first 30 seconds, like they were just so tickled by this sweater. Yeah, it was just that for like 30 seconds. So I felt like I was
never do murder.
I feel like I was in elementary school where I was like, okay, everybody, yes, my sweater says murder on it. We all good?
You're like yes, I got mustard on my tie. Let's move on.
Yeah, we all see it. We feel good. We good? Okay, can I move on now? It was just one of those things. And from that moment, I was like...
Did you really say that, though?
Yeah, I did. I stopped.
No wonder they didn't vote for you. You were condescending.
It was just like... Because it was... I've had it happen before. Like, and it's usually just like one person in the crowd. And then they'll laugh for like, and after 10 seconds, we move on. But like, they just kept... It was from table to table, like 4 tables. Murder. It's like, okay, guys. Like, it's not that... fun. Like I get it. I was like, oh well, this is not going to be a great crowd. So it was 1/3 of the crowd were just sloppy drunk and just wanted like loud, crazy stuff, and then the other 2/3 were just silent, solemn, didn't really move or say anything. So it's just a weird mix of people. And I go up and like it's fine. And after a while, I did mess with them a bit about how they were reacting to every joke. But the thing is that they laughed. Like it wasn't like it was completely silent the entire time. They did laugh. But it wasn't, it was not fun. It wasn't a fun set to do. It felt like I was working the entire time. The entire time it just felt like pulling teeth. And every other season comic that went up, there was 3 season comics and a couple other comics that, were open micers or newer comics. And none of us had great sets. Like it wasn't like it was heads and shoulders above it. Like all of us pretty much went up and felt the same thing. And we were condescending to the crowd a bit. Like, you guys are really weird tonight. Like all of us kind of did that. Maybe I did it more than anyone else. That's why they didn't like me. But we all did it. And it was all just, we all kind of had the same feeling like this is a weird crowd. Like so it just wasn't a fun show. And on top of that, it's a competition, which I haven't talked about my experience at Seattle International Comedy Competition, or SIC. I haven't talked about it on the podcast, but I swore off of competitions after doing that. I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. This is not fun. But the only reason why I did this was because it's not, I mean, winning doesn't really mean anything. It's not like the person that puts it on is like a name or anything. It's not like it's a newspaper or a big club or anything. He's just a guy that runs a competition. It's not a big deal. And also we were getting paid a decent amount.
So you just looked at it like it's a show that you get paid for.
Yeah. That's kind of how I looked at it. But I mean, this is that after this, I'm like, I'm done with competitions, because my problem with competitions is that I just want to feel how I feel about my set. I go up, if it's a good set, I just want to feel like I had a good set. If it wasn't a great set, I just want to live with that. But then to also rank me afterwards is just like, you completely ruin however I feel. I just want to feel how I feel about my set. And to have, even if I had a good set and then I don't, and then I get a lower ranking that I wanted to get, then I'm like, well, you just ruined my good set.
Yeah.
Even if I did have a good set, you just ruined it, which is how I felt about the Seattle International Comedy Competition. But about this one, I had like a set as good as you can have in that room. And I still, didn't win the competition. Obviously, I got like third place, which is, I don't know. It just felt like I've already didn't feel great about it, and now I feel worse about it. And it's not worth it. It's not like the way I feel about after a competition. It's not worth whatever money I'm getting for it to me. Yeah. So from now on, like, I'm literally like, if it has any type of competitive thing involved, I just don't want to do it. It's not worth it. Not for me.
It's hard. And especially when you have, like, we all have good relationships with other comics, and then it puts you in a position to now compare yourself to this person who's completely different to you. After, like, that's how I felt after the Portland's Funniest last competition, that I didn't make it past the semifinals. And I was like, I really don't want to think about how other people did and how much that's worth compared to what I do. And like, just because it's apples to oranges, it's not this, we're different people. Yeah.
The last time I did Portland's Funniest, I made a choice to not look at anyone else's set. I would do my set and then I would just walk out, because I didn't want to sit in the crowd being like, oh man, they're getting laughs. And I don't want to feel negative about anyone else's set. Yeah. And also, like, I didn't want to, if I didn't, pass on to the next thing, I didn't want to feel like, well, I had a better set than this person. If I don't watch it, then I don't know if I had a better set. I don't know how so I don't know. I just want to feel how I feel.
And it also makes you second guess what you were going to do, because now you're thinking about, like, oh, these are the people that are in charge of if I make it or not. So I need to cater to, like, what they like. Or when there's a judge, now you have to, like, think about, like, oh, there's like 3 guys who are judges. What do men like? Should I talk about that? Like, instead of just doing what you do.
Yeah. So I did not have the only upside is that I got paid a decent amount of money to do it. Yeah. But other than that,
and you got to spend time at a McMinimans.
Yeah. Good times. About like a good amount of the people that were in the crowd were just staying at the hotel, the McMinimans hotel. So they were getting as drunk as they could because they just could walk home.
Who spends the night at McMinnville? Like, what kind of, are you like, I don't know, man. Work?
They seem to, how do you get there? They seem to know, because other comics were talking about Portland and they seem to like know. Someone like mentioned a street. They mentioned like Division. They were like, "Oh, you guys don't know Division." They're like, "No, we know Division." Like they knew Portland. So I don't know if they were from Portland and they come to. I have no idea. I have no idea. But I know that there were
vacation maybe.
There were a good amount of people. From Portland to there were a good amount of people that were just staying at the hotel. Stay at McMinnville. No thanks.
Oh, okay.
So.
But I have this gift card I could use.
So I mean, this month I've had a pretty good month for comedy. Like it's gone pretty well. This is definitely a low light, but the rest of the month has been pretty good. I have one more show coming up on Wednesday.
Do you also feel like you're only as good as your last set? Because I feel that way. Like every time I have a bad set, I'm like, now I have to rush out there and have a good set.
Yeah. Yeah, every time I have whenever I have a bad set, I always am kind of like, I'm not going to feel good until I get back on stage and have a good set. You're just going to dwell on it for a while. But the thing is that I don't even feel like I had a bad set. Like, I just did what I did, and they just, I mean, it's weird. It's like they did laugh. They did, like, I'm not going to watch the video, but I do have it. And like, it wasn't like they were like hating it. Like like at every punchline, they laughed at every punchline, but the laughs were like, lasted, 10 seconds and then, okay, back to zero. Every joke, back to zero. Okay, do it again. And then just doing that. So
how long did you do?
15 minutes.
Yeah, that's long in the room like that.
Yeah. And it was just, and the thing is that like everyone had that experience. It wasn't just like they didn't like me. It was like everyone had that same experience. So I don't know. They were just a weird crowd. And the competition aspect made it even worse. But that's all else. That's all I want to say.
And we did it. We talked about
we talked about that.
We need to talk about Send Help, because that movie was traumatizing to me. And I wanted to talk about it more, but you were like, well, I didn't. I'm always like, let's wait for the podcast.
Yeah. So we've seen.
Your eyes a little red.
Well, I sleep with my eyes open.
Is that right?
So we saw there's 3 movies that we can talk about, but the most recent one we saw in the theater was the movie Send Help, directed by Sam Raimi.
What were the other 2?
We saw Rental Family. We watched Rental Family at home. And what was the other one?
The one about the Beast.
Your Monster.
Your Monster. I keep calling him Beast because the whole thing.
It did feel like Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
He did look like Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Yeah.
And she did too.
Yeah. So you want to talk about Send Help first?
Send Help first.
Okay. How do you feel about Send Help?
I didn't know what I was walking into at all.
I tried to like be like, this director, he's a weird guy.
Yeah.
And is gonna go. I don't know. I tried to,
but it's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah.
And then on the poster, it looks very grim, or like it's gonna be scarier than it was. I thought. And then the first 20 minutes is just like office. They're in the office the whole time. So I was like, wait. I like the title. Is it like Send Help, as in like any person is like, that's like a regular saying now. Like whenever you're like, Yelp, I can't figure out how to use the printer, Send Help. But they're like, no, I like really need somebody to come and get them.
So that anything else?
Oh yeah, I have a lot more to say. I was just letting you say something.
Oh, I mean, I really enjoyed it just because like I kind of knew what we were getting into. Like I'm familiar with the director. And so I knew that it was going to be something a little zany. There's moments where in all of his movies, there's like cartoonish amounts of blood sometimes. And it's just like, some people don't like that. Some people are seeing that like, why? It kind of takes you out of the picture. And I get it. But I don't know. That's just how he is. It's like, it's not an accident. He's like, that's just his style.
Oh, that blood didn't just show up there.
Yeah. So if you know that that's what he's going to do, then it's fun. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. There was a part towards the end when everything's like over and whatnot, that her face was really giving Regina George. I was like, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
She made that face. But I really enjoyed it because the whole time you were on her side, because this guy really is an asshole. And then you're like, maybe like, I mean, I'm still on your side, but that is a lot. Like, you're doing too much.
It felt like in the beginning, it felt like it's going to be like a woman empowerment type movie. You know, she's standing up to her boss type thing. But in the end, it's basically, absolute power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely type thing. Like, it's
both of them.
Yeah. When you have power, you tend to abuse it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the message of the movie.
It was also like throughout, like most of it towards until the end, she's not saying that he can't leave. Like he didn't have to poison her to get on a raft.
Yeah.
Like just because it was like a weird vibe.
Yeah.
He could have just said, I'm going to try to do this. And she would have been like, sure, be my guest. I know you're not going to make it anywhere. Like
she would have been a negative Nelly.
Yeah. just because she was like, that doesn't sound like a good idea, which it doesn't. Like, just
Also,
because
why
she didn't want to leave.
Also, why do it at night? The waves are the strongest at night. Why would you do
And
that?
also, like, it's the scariest. The ocean just looks like one big, like it just swallows you.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was weird, but
But this guy was really not good at surviving.
Yeah.
So
I mean, obviously, like he's a doofus. So you don't expect him to do
the dumbest moves. But yeah, like that was one of the weirdest parts to me. I'm like, she's not gonna stop you. Like you're just not gonna do well. Like that's all that's gonna happen.
If she had found out in the world of the movie, she probably would have tried to sabotage it or something.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, she literally tried to, sabotage the rescue. So if she would do that, then I'm sure if she had seen him trying to build a raft, she probably would have sabotaged it. In the world of the movie, I feel like that was what
I don't think so. I mean, it was the same as like when he was like, I'm on my own. I'm gonna like go build my own thing over there. I think she would have just seen it as like, you're obviously not gonna be able to finish a raft that works. You'll be back here tomorrow, like crying because you almost drowned again. But then also there was a time when the fiance shows up that, I mean, I don't know how you feel, but I'm still not sure if she killed her or not.
Yeah.
Did she bury her too, or was she just
I think she just happened to wash up on the shore and be buried. I don't think she buried her the whole nine. Yeah. But I absolutely think she killed her.
Yeah. I wasn't sure because it just seemed like there's scenes that they only show you half of it, and then later on they show you the other half, and where she like supposedly pushed her. But I was like, I don't know, because now she's having nightmares about it, and you can't tell like which is which. That was the only part.
So what made you feel that she didn't kill her?
I don't know. I thought that she just like left them there. She just closed her eyes and then backed up.
Yeah, but like, what do you think happened after that, though? Don't you think she fell?
Yeah.
And died?
But she didn't push her.
Oh, I mean,
which they did show later.
Well, I feel like that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I feel
like that's a big difference.
I don't think so. She led them up there for the purpose of doing that because she knew that was what was going to happen. Well, I think you have to see the movie to understand anything that we're talking about right now, I guess. But
disclaimer at the beginning.
Yeah, I guess you have to see the movie to understand any plot points. But I guess she leads, his fiance and another guy up to this cliff that she knows is going to break off and lead them. So she lets them do it, which I feel is the same thing as like, yeah, you're not directly pushing her off, but she knew that was going to happen. So the whole point was to murder her, and not really, which is kind of, I think that's why she told the story about, that's why in the world of the movie, she told the story about letting her husband drive drunk. She didn't literally
you could tell that she had it in her.
Yeah, she had it in it. Like she didn't literally kill her husband, but
I mean, that could have gone
she allowed him, so
many ways.
So I feel like I think it's the same thing, whether she
don't put us in a jury because we're different opinions.
I never get picked for juries because I'm a black man and they don't want.
Why not?
They don't want me on the jury.
They don't want diversity in their jury?
No. They want someone, I mean, they already are going to assume that I'm anti-police.
Probably.
So they're like, well, we don't want this person on the jury.
Unless the person
I always get passed.
Picking got a black person as the client, and they're like, it's really hard.
I always forget which
they both get to pick.
Yeah, because both lawyers get to pick. So like, yeah, that lawyer would want me on it, but the other lawyer wouldn't want me on it. So I don't know. They don't want any gray areas. So I never get picked.
Modern Family? When Sofia Vergara gets picked for jury and she's really excited because it was like her first time being a citizen and like getting jury duty, and then she gets too excited and tries to be too helpful, and everybody thinks that she's acting like she's crazy because she wants to get kicked off the jury, and they're like, lady, okay, you can stop yelling, we won't pick you. And she's like, no, I really did want to do it. He looks guilty, look at him.
And that's exactly why you wouldn't be on the jury.
Yeah,
you're already.
But that's me though. Whenever I've gotten jury duty twice, and I never get. one time I didn't get picked, and then the other time I was there, and they were like, "We got enough people already. You can go." And I was like, "Damn it! I really wanted to do. I got all day. Come on."
Yeah, I never give. There are definitely times when you just sit there all day, and they were like, "All right, we got enough people. You can go home."
Mm-hmm.
But there's been, I think, like maybe 2-3 times in my life where I got into where they like ask you about, you know, who are you? What are you from? What are you? What's your job? You know, all this other stuff. And if like they're always like, well, jury number, whatever, you can go.
Yeah,
like,
you're like, I'm a professional police hater.
Yeah,
I do that for my job.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think they want a black dude on the jury because they feel like they already know what I'm going to do. So.
Yeah, well, you would say that it's her fault just because gravity took him down. I mean, like, be careful where you step, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's not her
plausible
fault.
Deniability.
Yeah, if she had just walked away, then it would have been as dark. But then also the whole thing where she like found the house, the most unrealistic part of the movie is that his fiance shows up and she says that even though they decided to no longer search in this island, which I was like, they were on shore. Like they searched this island at one point. They were at the shore the entire time. And then they moved up a little bit. Like you could still see them. They only looked on that side of the island where the ex was. But nobody was like, what's going on in this side of the island? So like their boats can't make it over here for some reason. They
just couldn't afford a helicopter. What are we supposed to do?
She got there. I mean, I guess the plane crashed on that side. So it just really seems like the first place they would look. It's just right there. Like that part to me was like, how do they never look?
I think the most unrealistic part is that she didn't have an eye patch at the end.
Her eye was just red and she was like, I'm okay.
Her eye was so red and I was like, oh, she should have had an eye patch at the end of the movie. An eye patch with a bird. I mean, what's cool?
She recovered from her eye poking
just perfectly.
Yeah. And then supposedly the story that they tell the public is that she was floating around the entire time, which is like a month of floating on the ocean.
Yeah.
She was well fed the whole time. So I mean, she was just eating fish straight out the water.
There was a certain part where she's building her own stuff on the island and it looks believable, but then after a while it looked like way too fancy. It was like, okay,
you get tired of
like she's eating like sashimi.
Yeah. Well, like that's also at the point where we know that she has access to the house where she probably just went and got sashimi from the fridge. Like there's no way she did that.
Yeah. I'm like, this is way too fish. Like she did this on a desert island?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
And she pretends to make like lotion because he complains about his skin, which is also probably just a bottle of lotion that she put in a coconut.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, look what it did. She's like rubbing it all on her skin. So nice.
That's funny. But yeah, all in all, so out of how many stars? 5 stars?
I give it 5 stars.
You give it 5 out of 5 stars?
This guy.
I guess I would give it 5 stars. I mean, like, there's nothing that I didn't like about it because, there's nothing I didn't like about it. I just like the direct. I like that he's just a silly guy, and you don't like. I get. If you dig too deep into it, obviously you're going to find plot holes, but like that's kind of the point. It's just it's not meant to be.
It's really unrealistic at times, but that's what's fun.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not meant to be realistic. So 5 stars. Why not?
And you also do believe that she's capable of a lot of that stuff because we do see her kill the boar, even though a lot of that stuff was probably just stolen from the house. Also, like she is crazy.
I mean,
like,
she really did kill a boar.
And when they're eating it, they're like having a great time and like becoming closer and like, yeah.
So highly recommend Send Help if you haven't seen it.
I mean, it's a movie that I'd watch again.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's how I give it 5 stars. That's how I know.
All right.
If I'm like, I'm good, I don't need to watch it again.
So we also saw, you want to talk about Rental Family or Your Monster first?
Rental Family.
Rental Family. How you feel about Rental Family?
I did not like it.
Just a hard no.
Just a hard no.
No, thank you.
And I told you I love that actor. What's his name again?
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser. He's like an actor from my childhood. Like I know him from Tarzan and Bedazzled, my favorite movie ever, which I own and rewatch. Because I love that movie because he essentially does improv. He has like 5 different characters, and each one has like different face mannerisms and like things where he like wears like wigs for all of them. I don't know. It's a really funny movie, and there's like a character in that movie where in Bedazzled where he pretends to be like, he asks the devil to be a more sensitive man because that's what his girl dream wants. His dream girl wants. And she makes him too sensitive. So like every time the sunset is setting, he cries. And he's just like, and he makes a face that whenever I like, during the rental family, whenever I recognize that face, I'm just like, I can't take it seriously because he's not actually going to cry.
Because of this movie that he made 30 years ago.
Yeah, he's a totally different person. He's like, he's gained a bunch of weight. Like he looks different, but that face, whenever he does like the mouth to the side, all I can think about is that one guy that's like, when is this sunset going to end? Like, he just keeps ugly crying the whole time. But I didn't like the rental family because it was like they have just like a very superficial view of Japanese culture, which of course an American movie is gonna have. And I don't even know that much about Japanese culture, but I can tell you that's not it. Like that's all I know. And then just the way that I thought rental family was going.
There were also rich people. Like they were, it wasn't meant to be like a normal. Yeah, so it was Japanese, but it was also rich people. So maybe that was the disconnect because it's obviously not Japanese culture of like normal people. They were like rich people. So
the whole movie, they're like, you wouldn't understand. You're not from here.
Yeah,
it is like, I mean, I think it's more than that. Yeah, but and then also I thought rental family was going to be like the family knows. Like when they lie to people and they like in 3 separate occasions, I think every single rental family that he does, they don't know.
Well, the marriage they knew.
Not the parents.
You don't think? Oh, okay.
That was his holdup, was like they're lying to the parents, which like fair. I would feel weird about that too. And like they lie to the kid, that's the worst one. Yes, and it's also like supposed to be the most heartwarming part of the story. And I'm like, no, this is weird. Yeah. And now she's just friends with some dude. Like I don't love that. Yeah. And then the other person that they lied to is the old man, which like that was the least weird one because like he is a senile old man. He's gonna die soon. Like his daughter just wanted somebody to like help him in his last few months of life, which like I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, just like the idea that that's Japanese culture that he doesn't understand and that they're lying because going to a therapist is just not well seen. Yeah, I don't know, a lot of that I just didn't like.
I will say I didn't like it either. For it did feel a touch of a white guy trying to solve, everyone else's problem. Like a white guy comes in and he knows better than, the people that live there. So it was a touch of that.
Well, he didn't. Yeah. He didn't want to lie a bunch of the time, but it made him look like a better person. Yeah. Which like every time that he goes into a Japanese culture moment, like when they were trying to get the daughter into school, which like that is a Japanese thing to like want the best education for your child and to like not care about her French as much as like her education. She had a friend at another school that she was close with, and her mom was like, never consider that as like a negative to leave the friends behind. And the idea that the reason why she got into the school was because he was so sensitive in the interview, and he was so different than from what they told him to be. Yeah. They told him like just be concise, short answers, be positive about her growth, and he's just like, here's a picture of her art, and they're like, nobody gives a fuck. Trash art that kids make. All kids can do that. It's not special about her. Like in that that context, they would not care. Like there's no way she would have gotten in. They just be like, just because her dad's white, like is that the reason? Yeah, he stands out. That's for sure.
Yeah, if nothing else. So I didn't like that aspect of it, but also I just think that the more interesting story was him and the old man. Like if the movie if that had been the center story, and it just been like him, trying to the older guy just trying to go back in his past and understand like why when things were wrong, like that feels like a more interesting movie than what they actually did. And if they had gone that way, I feel like I would have liked it better. I still feel like it was very like superficial. That was my biggest hang up, is that I feel like we were following the wrong story.
The background thing that they give you about him, which is not a lot, is that he didn't have a father.
Yeah.
And they try to connect that to him having to learn how to be a father now, instead of to him connecting to an older man, which is a father figure for him, because as an actor, he looked up to him. When they tell him, like, do you know this actor? He's like, of course.
Yeah.
And many people don't. And like, that would have made a better story.
Yeah, I just feel like if they had been like, hey, there's this guy who's older and he feels like, people have forgotten about him. We want to hire you to be a journalist to go and interview this guy. And then they have a friendship, they bond, whatever, and then he dies. Like, that just feels like a better movie.
Yeah, but they just squeeze that in on the side.
Yeah, than what we actually got, which is this guy being a fake father to this little girl. And like tricking, I mean, in almost every instance, they never really think about what happens afterwards.
Yeah.
Because they're like, okay, go lie to this family and then just completely disappear.
Yeah, like when she asks, how long is the commitment? And they're like, 3 weeks. Okay. And then what? Like, nobody asks what happens after.
He marries someone, and then so her in-laws are never going to see him again?
Yeah.
So what happens after that? What happens when he's supposed to come to like some family gathering and he's not there anymore? Like, what?
She's just gonna have to hire
him again. Like, it's just so silly. It's like, what?
Maybe they're gonna kill him off.
Yeah, it's just a weird.
Do a fake funeral for him.
Yeah, so I just feel like my issue was that I feel like they followed the wrong story, and it just
also
wasn't
a more interesting story would have been the female character that worked at the family, like, because we also touched on her perspective from being hired, and she said that like a bunch of the work that they got was apologies, and it was always her being the other woman apologizing to the wife of the man that she supposedly slept with, even though it wasn't her. And when she brings that up, I'm just like, wait, so does that mean that the white guy gets like all the fun jobs where he gets to be the hero of every story, and her jobs are always just like be the slut that gets slapped? Like, that's fun.
Yeah.
But as a woman, like, what other jobs are there for her? I mean, they could pretend marry her, but the men just wanted to actually marry.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it was a better movie than it needed to be. I feel like it could have been, like, the acting was decent, directing was good. Like, I feel like, it
was just missing.
It just wasn't written very well. But I feel like, everybody showed up and did their jobs.
Yeah,
but
I mean, a lot of the heavy lifting was just the fact that Americans didn't know any of this stuff exists. And there have been, like, I do remember seeing like maybe YouTube videos or like articles written about, you can hire a girlfriend in Japan. Like, this is a thing that exists, but it's gotta, I mean, I don't know this for a fact, but it has to be that people know, like, right?
Yeah.
You can't, you like hire a girlfriend to go on a date to a wedding or something if you don't have anybody to go with, but you're not lying to everybody like forever
and ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do not recommend. I don't know how many it was. How many? 3?
Yeah.
About 3 stars. Yeah. I don't really recommend it. I feel like Brendan Fraser, he's one of those actors that I think people like in real life, and he's like a person that we kind of root for. So like when he's in a movie, like people are like, oh, let's, I don't know what it is.
Gonna say that people like him in real life, so they want to work with him. Like,
no, I feel like audiences kind of root for him because he was at a moment in time, he was the guy. Like, he was, this handsome young guy that was out. He was supposed to be the next big thing, and it didn't really work out that way. And he disappears and comes back, and
he did a lot of stuff. It's not like it didn't work.
Well, he chose a bunch of terrible movies, in my opinion. I think
he has bad taste.
I feel like he just has bad taste. He was good, and he just chose like a bunch of terrible movies.
He has a likable white guy face.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of white guys, like the guy that plays the lead in Mad Men.
John Hamm?
Like you would never like him. Like he can't be a character. He can't be cast
he
as a
generally
likable
plays
person.
like that, you know,
he
the
has
smarmy white guy.
Asshole kind of face.
Yeah.
Like you just like, I don't like you. I already know that. That's not.
And that's the point of the person. Like that's the point of the character is like,
but
if you want to hire someone that you don't like,
not all white guy roles are interchangeably.
Yeah.
You know, like imagine Frasier being Don Draper. Like you just be like,
it wouldn't work.
Yeah, poor thing.
Yeah.
He's been taken advantage by everybody.
Yeah. So no, Rental Family, not recommend. So now we have Your Monster.
Your Monster.
How do you feel?
I didn't understand the title at first.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you're a monster? No, you're a monster.
You're a monster. How do you feel about Your Monster?
I liked it.
Yeah. I think it is one of those.
Disagree on what actually happened.
Yeah. It is a movie that when you dig into the surface, it doesn't make sense. They purposely kind of wrap things up really quick so that you don't really think about it much. It's pretty much really surface level stuff, but it is like an interesting story. I didn't love it, but I thought it was good.
Do you think it is based or inspired on Beauty and the Beast? Or
I feel like
it's a weird coincidence.
I feel like that has to be some connection.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, there's been movies where people meet their imaginary friend from child and stuff. Like there was I feel like a lot of 90s movies did that. But he also does kind of look like Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fun take on Beauty and the Beast. Like the Beast never existed.
Yeah.
She was just going crazy in an old castle.
Yeah, but yeah, when you think about almost anything that happened in that movie, you're kind of like, this is a little weird. Because let's say the Beast has known her since she was a child. So, and they have sex at some point, which means he was grooming her for.
Yeah, that is weird.
I mean, that is a weird.
Well, like we need to first say, you don't think the Beast. You think the Beast was real?
I think the Beast was real,
and I don't.
And
think
you
it
don't
was
think the
real.
Beast was real.
I think it was. She just spent a lot of time alone in that house, and she was going through a really hard time. And she probably also had that when she was a kid, a period of time where she just had a lot of alone time and a lot of downtime. And so she had that like fake imaginary person in her life, and then they just came back. But like, I don't know, maybe she's on a lot of medicine. She had cancer. Maybe she was on a lot of meds or something. She was like actually believing it was real. Yeah.
Because, I mean, no one really saw her with the Beast at any point. They were dancing at a party, but it's possible that she was dancing with herself.
And also in the movie, they changed the hue, the speed, and the sound when they meet in public.
Yeah.
To kind of make you wonder, like, is anybody seeing this? Is she just twirling around by herself like a weirdo? Yeah. Which nobody would stop her. Like, it's a party. You can do that if you want to.
And again, we're going to have to spoil the movie to talk more about it.
I mean, every time.
Yeah, every time. It's always spoilers. But
so many spoilers.
I think they purposely kind of like blurred the line. It didn't, like, I feel like you watch the movie and you can believe either one and it still works because she kills a guy at the end, or the Beast kills somebody at the end, and everyone sees it happen, or they like the crowd reacts to seeing it. It kind of reminded me of the end of The Substance when the substance monster, whatever you want to call it, goes up at the end and like is trying to be in the beauty pageant, and everybody's like, what? And then it explodes or whatever, and the crowd is just watching it just happen. It did kind of remind me of that. It has
to have a public ending. It can't just be private.
Yeah.
After a lot of hiding.
Yeah. And so if this is real, she just murdered someone on stage and then we just kind of cut and that's the end.
Yeah, and also so like she has a ruler in her hand that she snaps in half, which kind of tells you that she used that. To me, that's what it says, is she used that ruler to kill him with. But because the way it's shot, you can't see if the curtains have opened or not.
Yeah.
So it is possible that she killed him in front of everybody, and then she went and sang the entire song without acknowledging this guy bleeding to death over there. And the whole crowd, the entire time, the crowd's like, is this part of it?
Yeah.
A couple says like, I don't know. It seems like it's part of it.
Yeah.
But it really seems to me like if that had happened, the crew would know it's not part of it.
Yeah.
And somebody would have called 911,
Yeah.
picked him up, something. Then you just watch the entire scene, the entire song from beginning to end.
Yeah, but again, it feels...
everybody's just in collective shock. I don't know.
Yeah. It did, just like we were saying with Send Help, it felt like it was like a woman empowerment movie, but at the end she murders a guy. Like, what he did was awful, but like I don't think it
not like
was
murder worthy.
It was worth being, your throat ripped out. I don't think that was,
because that's something that
the case for being a douchebag. That
phrase gets mentioned a couple of times. Like, I'll rip your throat out.
Yeah.
You can literally do that.
So you think that when she went home and had sex with the beast, she was just like, she was masturbating. It was just the greatest masturbation session ever.
Yeah. I think if they had shot more scenes where she takes her medication, it would have been leaning more towards it's not real. But they wanted to really blur that line and leave it right in the middle where you're like, also like, is that bestiality? Like at the beginning when they start to become friends, I'm like, surely they're not going to have sex, right? Like it's not going to get to that point because he's a beast. And I don't even know if beasts have dicks. Like that's going to work. I don't want to see more of this guy. Like
yeah, I've seen enough. Like that's I'm good. Yeah, that is plenty. I think the whole point of the movies was for it to be ambiguous, and I feel like you could believe either one. I don't know. I mean, I don't even think it even matters. It just the most important thing is that she murdered someone at the end. Yeah. Whether the beast exists or not. And, that's it. I guess we're just supposed to be like, you go, girl.
I also think the musical is purposefully mediocre. Because that way it's like, well, opening and closing night.
Yeah, it's okay.
He got to see his shitty musical be played, and then the other person who would have sang the lead was worse than her, and it was already not a good musical. So, like, imagine how bad that would be.
But yeah, I think it was a fun movie.
I feel like theater kids would be like, they would have never allowed for this terrible person to keep the lead.
Well, the idea is that she only got the lead because she wasn't sleeping with the director. So.
She's just popular and famous, which like I guess
that she's popular and famous. Yeah,
but like if you do all 3 months of rehearsal and it's still not good.
Yep. Well, that's how you open the show. You get people to come because they're going to be like, "Oh, this famous person is in it." You got to fill the seats. Still. Yeah. I don't know. So this industry is cutthroat. I see what you did. I
didn't do anything.
I say 4 stars.
I think that was the whole message.
Yeah, this industry is cutthroat.
Yeah.
So
yeah, 4 stars sounds right. I liked it, but I also was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a movie you're not supposed to take too seriously or really like think too much about. If you dig too far into it.
I think the beast is not real is because he's too catered to her.
Yeah.
Like when they're reading a play and he's like good and then he plays the piano, he's like everything that she would want in a person except for the beast face. Yeah. Unless she's into that kind of thing. I don't know. Actually.
It was one thing that I meant to talk about on the last podcast was that I got mistaken for Jaren George.
Again.
And I did a theater show like a week ago now, and like Jaren George, another Black comedian in Portland, it was so funny because after the show we were like standing out and the crowd's coming out and they're talking to us, and I'm standing there and David Twitty is next to me, and the person is like, yeah, aren't you like from like back east or something? Like, didn't you, you're from New York or something? And I was genuinely trying to figure out like what he was talking about. I was like, no, because sometimes I do jokes about like where I'm from, and I don't think I did it that night. So I'm like, no, I don't think I did. And then Twitty was just like, oh, I think you're talking about Jaren.
Who was also there.
And he just points, and Jaren was like, a few feet from us. And then the guy looks over and is like, oh. Yeah.
And it's like that scene in Parent Trap. It's like, there's 2 of you.
Yeah. And what bothers me the most is that like I get other people, but I don't think Jaron is getting Lee H. Stillman. I don't think people are going up to him and thinking they're.
You should ask him.
Maybe I should. I should ask Jaron.
Maybe he does. You know what? I don't think he'd tell you. I'm like, nope. Everybody always thinks I am who I am. That's never happened.
Yeah, it's so fun because we have completely different demeanors on stage. He has glasses.
Yeah.
He has a joke about having glasses. I don't know if he did it that night, but he has a joke about having glasses.
He exclusively wears hats.
I have a joke. I have a joke about having a LASIK eye surgery. So I mean, like literally.
Yeah, I don't think racist people concern themselves with your glasses.
It's just, oh no, multiple times I've been mistaken for Jaron George, and it's just weird because we look nothing alike. We're just two black guys to have a similar build.
Just two black guys
that are in the same city. Like our comedy is not the same. It's just weird. Yeah, I think I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We went to 82 Acres.
You took me out on a date.
I took you out on a little date. We went to...
Which ended up being next door to my favorite spa in town.
Yeah.
Which I, of course, have a favorite spa.
You want to shout out your spa?
Yeah, Sanana with an X.
Sanana with an X.
So, shout out to my girl.
It rhymes with banana?
No.
How do you say it again?
Banana? Oh,
say it again?
Don't ask me what. I'm not a freaking poet. What are you thinking?
So, Sanana?
Yeah.
Shout out to Sanana.
Yeah, they're great.
They're great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to 82 Acres.
Mm-hmm. Is that place fairly new? I don't think I'd seen it before.
I don't know. I don't know how long it's been there. But what'd you think?
I mean, it was good, but I also felt like every dish that we got is something that I have also made.
Mm-hmm.
Like the thing that I like about restaurants is like food that I can't make,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like stuff that it's difficult. But it was good.
Yeah, I liked. They had I think the beet. They had like beets with quinoa and it was goat cheese and like apple slices. Like it was really that was probably my favorite dish.
Yeah.
They had like a sweet potato dish that was really good. The salmon I felt like would have been better just over a bed of quinoa or rice or something. Yeah.
I felt like it was a little undercooked, which I think is what they were going for because it's fresh catch, whatever. Like you don't want to overcook it, but to me, it's either sashimi or cooked. Like don't do both.
Yeah. I mean, I was okay with how it was cooked.
Yeah.
I don't think I made the best wine choice. It was interesting. It was a skin touched wine, which you can still kind of taste the tannins and it has an interesting taste, which it's a little cloudier because it's skin touched, and I don't think I made the best choice.
I think it should become a wine podcast exclusively.
Yeah, let's talk about wines.
Yeah, just pull out my box. So this one I got from Safeway. I mean, it's all right. Halfway through, it gets better with every glass.
Every gulp.
Every sip because I have a straw in it.
Every gulp gets better.
It gets a little bit better.
Did we talk about having wine in a box is kind of like a sip,
juice box?
A juice box, giant juice box.
That was a business idea you had.
A business idea of having like box wine.
You've seen wine in a box. You've seen wine in a can, but have you seen wine in a juice
It's just
box?
a high C spout, both. A pouch. A high C pouch is just wine.
I mean, I think I have seen the pouches, not the juice boxes, but the pouches have to be packaged like recently. It's not like they travel well.
Yeah.
And then they put them in the freezer so they're like slushies. And I especially saw that during COVID when people were like, restaurants were struggling to survive and they were like, come pick up a bag of wine. You're like, that's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to not support you, but I'm too sad to go pick up a bag of wine. That's not going to make it a bit better.
Yeah, I feel like someone has to have had that idea, but I don't know. I've never seen it.
Why are the Oregon wineries not making juice boxes?
Yeah, juice boxes. The juice box. I mean, I'm not gonna drink it, but hey,
but I told you,
I'm sure that somebody will.
All of my mom friends would. Just bring a little juice box to the park. You just gotta put like a big skull or something. Not a juice box.
Call it not a juice box.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, we're doing so much work.
Fat letters.
We need to copyright this.
Yeah, not a juice box.
Sure.
Org. We're not a com. We're not there. We're in Oregon.
So 82 Acres, would you go back or no?
No.
No? Oh.
It's a white people restaurant. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to tell you.
I mean, we
Although
are
in Portland, all restaurants are white people restaurants, but this one's like.
We haven't gone to any other restaurant other than that.
Are you sure? Well, you got Chinese. Where did you get Chinese from?
Chinese delicacy on 82nd. So yeah, they have really good like chicken wings. So we recommend that. And there were some, as I was walking in, there was a pair of boots right on the corner that someone had left. I was like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, you never know when somebody.
So, if you need a pair of boots, maybe they're still there.
Chinese delicacy.
Chinese delicacy on 82nd.
What size were they? Did you check?
I didn't check, but they look at about a 10.
Okay.
I'd say a 10, yeah.
For sure. Maybe I'll go myself.
So what did you think? They also had the vegetables and stuff.
I like the other thing better than the wings.
You like the other better?
Just because I don't like to hold things with my hands. And wings are kind of hard to fork and knife it.
So it doesn't matter how it tastes?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
If I had to touch it, it's already lost 2 stars.
Okay.
There's this place near my old work where they do Ethiopian food, and it's really good. But
you don't like it because you have to use your hands?
If I have to touch it, then it's already we're like down to 2.
Is that why we haven't been out to get Ethiopian food?
Well, also it's the only place that I know that does that, and it's not near here at all. Like I guess if you were out at shows or something.
Yeah, there's a handful of Ethiopian places in Portland. Yeah. I feel like I don't know if any other African food other than Ethiopian. I don't think I've seen any other restaurant in Portland other than Ethiopian African restaurants. But there's a good amount. Maybe we'll go to one and talk about it later. Yeah, and
for Black History Month we'll cover all.
there's not a lot of time left.
There's not a lot of restaurants.
Well, we just have a series where we're going to go to every African restaurant in Portland.
It's just a really hard weekend for us.
It's just 3 episodes.
It's just a busy weekend. I'm working on writing for my special. It's very stressful. I want to make it my own. And I want to do all of the jokes that I have and all of the stories that the jokes come from. But I'm worried that my brain can handle all that information.
Yeah. Are you going to try to run it somewhere before? Like, I don't think you may not be able to do the whole hour, but a few weeks before at least, try to find a show that would let you.
I mean, I think I'm going to try to be on stage as much as I can before that, just because whenever I go a long time without being on stage, I get nervous all over again. But it's not going to be anything. It's just going to be like all of my regular sets. Yeah. So I'm going to start reaching out to people and try to get very booked for March so that I can practice.
I would suggest trying to get a show that would just going to let you headline and you can do like half an hour or whatever. Yeah. And try to find some place that'll closer to the time. And I'm sure people would be down to do it because you're Andrea Machako, one of the funniest comedians in Portland.
I do forget that sometimes. I am me.
And people love you.
Sorry, not funny.
It's not funny. It's very serious. Okay. I think we did it.
I gotta go sparkle the town.
Gotta go sparkle the town. All right. My name is Lee H. Tillman.
I'm Andrea Machako.
Thank you for watching Anxiety Twins. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Bye.